the body has a program already built into it. And when you're born, the body is constantly saying, I am this body, I am this mind, I am this body, I am this mind. Now you see, Maharaj talked about just going back to that I am, because what happens is there's the initial I am, and then there's all the things that get added onto it. Excuse me. So you have that initial I am, which is clean, and then you have I am this body, I am these thoughts, I am this person, I did this, I do that, I want this, I don't want that, I like this, blah, 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 and it goes on. All these things get added onto it. And all those things that you add on, or that are added on to this I am, that's what you use to define yourself. So you define yourself as a person, as all the things that you added on to this I am. So what Maharaj said, and what Ramana said is, okay, so who is this I am? Who is this person you think you are? What is this? You see? If you're able to just remove or dissolve all of the additions and just sit in that automatic programming that the body-mind has of I am, okay? This I am is that sense, the basis upon which a whole life of separation is created. The mind has an enormous capacity for imagination, and it imagines that what it thinks is true, you see? And so it creates this artificial reality, you see, where something that is nothing claims to be something, and claims not only to be something, but claims to be reality, you see. But, of course, a good artificial reality would claim to be reality, but how long does it last, you see? And is that which is truly real, is it temporary or is it permanent, you see? You ask yourself this. The truth of the matter is that I'm going to do some of your homework for you now. When you rest in that I am, just that I am, what you'll find out is that there is no I. There never was. There never was. It's just a programming that the body-mind has, you see? And the body-mind needs that programming to function, you see? But it's got nothing to do with anything that's real. It just has to do with the functioning of a body-mind in this space of temporal, where everything's temporary, where there is a sense of experience, of being, you see, in duality. There's always a sense of me and you, of this and that. There's always this sense of separation because the body operates within this temporary phenomenon of subjects and objects, things, this and that. Like I say, you see, now you're living this life, right? and you're thinking that you're something, right? And you're thinking that what you believe and what you experience is real and important, you see. But all of it, even though it seems substantial, it's nothing more than dust, you see. And you can see it as time passes. 12,000 years ago, there was someone who thought they were something and thought that what they believed was important. Some things they believed were so important they were worth dying for. All of these things went on 12,000 years ago in a society that we know nothing about, in a world whose values are totally different than ours, but we don't even remember them, and we don't know about them. And right now, that society of 12,000 years ago is nothing more than dust. But this society that we're in right now, in our lives, and our experiences, and our beliefs, and our values seem substantial, but they're really nothing more than dust. You see? If you can see this, this life, let it dissolve, because it's got nothing, there's nothing here for you, you see, except for suffering. And you can take the ride, you can be in the movie, you can play your part as if it was your part. You can do that, but I suspect that everyone here has moved to a place where the movie just doesn't hold the significance and the importance and the value that it used to. And so if you want to move away and live in peace, then see the dream as a dream. Look at all the additions that you've put on to that sense of I am. That sense of I am even has nothing to do with you. It was just programmed into the body as a part of its survival, as a part of its functioning, you see, in this duality, in this dream world. It has to function. You know, even when you go to sleep, you believe it. Even when you're sleeping and you're having dreams, you're thinking that there's something real about them, that you're actually doing something. You're thinking that, you're feeling that, you see, even though as the moment you wake up, you know nothing ever happened, you see, and the dream fades very quickly at that point, sometimes so quickly you don't even remember it anymore. This is just another dream here, and it just seems more real to you because it is attached to the lifetime of a body. And when you're linked with the body-mind as being who you are, then you start forming a belief that all of this life is your life, and that it's what's real, but it's just a temporary dream. It's just like the dream you had last night. It just lasts longer. And so more and more, just rest in that I am, and notice all the things that you've added to it, and let them dissolve. And when they arise, let them arise and let them go. And return back to that I am, I am, I am, I am. And then it takes away the clutter. You see, all of the additions to I am is what veils you from knowing that which you truly are. You see, you start basically with I am, which is approximation of truth. It's actually not truth, but still, it's an approximation. And then you add on all these things. And imagine each thing is like a layer on an onion. You have this core, and then you have all these layers being added on. I am this, I am that, I like this, I don't like that. It goes on and on and on. And what happens is the true thing that you are has been veiled. It's been covered up many, many times with all these things. And you can't see it anymore. You don't know about it anymore. You've forgotten because you've become lost in all the clutter, the additions that you've put on to that sense of being. You see? That sense of being is actually more pure than the words I am. I am that, though, points you in the right direction. At least you're in a place then where the clutter isn't all over it, and what is can reveal itself. You see, and so it's useful in that regard. But what you've done is you have each little thing that got added on is a little piece of ownership. I am this. I am this body. I am these thoughts. I did this. I thought that. I feel this. All of those things are ownerships. You've taken on different things. You say, this is mine, 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 mine. That's what the ego does. It starts collecting things for itself. And when that which you are is everything, the idea of ownership never arises. So this idea of ownership, any form of ownership, is false. You see? And that which you are, which you truly are, is not something that you get to own. I can say it's something that owns you because that's closer to the truth, but the truth is ownership doesn't arise. There's just this sense of being throughout all of it. So there's a sense of being without anyone even being in that sense of being. It's hard to describe because I'm putting it in words, so it ain't what it is. But still, I think you can get the feeling for what I'm talking about because it's always been with you. The thing about this is that I'm saying something that has always been with you. I think it's familiar to all of you. Like you kind of know it. It's always been there. This sense, I'm calling it the sense of being. That's what I'm calling it today. You know, but there is something behind all the words I'm offering that you already know, but you don't know it here. And you can never know it here because everything you know here is locked in limitation. And that which you are has no limitation, you see. So you're living this life where you were born and you live and you die. Yeah, that's not you. It's just a life. There's billions of them going on right now. And they've been going on for tens of thousands of years, let's say, maybe longer. Who knows? But it doesn't matter. They just go on. But all of that is locked in history. There's a history and a story. And you see, so the mind likes stories. It loves stories. It goes to the movie to see stories. It watches television to see stories. It enjoys the story of your life. And it's infatuated with itself. And because you've linked up with that as who you are, that infatuation has now locked you into prison. And some people actually become aware that they feel captured by it, that they're unable to break free, and they feel that sense of being imprisoned, you see. And so the way out is easy. It's just you can't do it. You know, all of your life, when you went for something, you thought you did what you could to do it. But this is something that's already being done. And if you can just break free from your imagination that this life is your life, that these actions are your actions, that these thoughts are your thoughts, you see, if you can take all of the additions, the things that you added on to I am, and let them dissolve, then you'll get back to basics. And when you get back to basics, it's a very, very short walk to just simply be. And then even that sense of I am becomes distant. And then there's just that sense of being that is beyond description, because it's everything. So, but that's there right now. It's there right now with every single one of you, all of the time. I know because I see you there. We're all there together. It's all one. Always has been. So just remind yourself when you can, and see the dream as a dream, and notice all the things you have added on to I am, and notice how absurd it is for you to think that all those things you've added on to I am defines who you are. That's crazy. You see, this is the mind's doing. And the mind is the projector for the virtual reality machine. And it's just causing you to imagine that you are living a life, that this is your life. A virtual reality, that's what it is. You start believing something that has nothing to do with reality. That's why it's a virtual reality. You see? And if you could get the helmet and put it on, that makes you think that you're in another world, doing different things, and they're going to make those helmets so good that eventually you'll never want to get out of it. It'll be so much fun to be in there, and that's what they've done already. The body-mind is that helmet. It's so good that you don't even want to get out. It's like it's so good. It so draws you in that you want to stay here until the machine breaks down. And that's what most people do.